Hey everyone, today I have here three products that I bought from Paperdom. I have not used them or ordered from Paperdom before, so I don't know what to expect. But I'm going to be opening them up and testing them today. First, we have here the Memostack, which is an index card type of paper, and they have that in three sizes. I have two sizes here in front of me. I have the square and the tall, and then they have one more which is even taller. So yeah, that's two things. On top of that, they had this uh, new designer collaboration with Design Me Dukaan, where they have this notebook which has a built-in ruler. So I'm going to be unboxing this here and then checking it out with you guys. This is a brass ruler that comes with it. Let's take it out of this packaging. The book looks really cool. The brass ruler is supposed to be in here. Does it slide in? Let's check it. Not necessarily. I think this can be pushed in and it should just fit in. Nope, that didn't work. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to slide in, but that's very difficult to do. There you go. So yeah, we have the brass ruler. The book comes in with three different sections: black in the middle, and you have plain white in the front and dotted grid on the back. There is a pocket for your documents. Paper looks good, feels good, but what I'm going to be primarily testing today is whether this paper works well with fountain pen, because that's what I use mostly. So let's give it a shot. First, let's go back to this Memostack and see if these are fountain friendly or whether they work great with gel pens. Let's check it out. I keep this aside. Let's focus on the small one. Alright. So these are stuck here at the top. I thought these were individual cards, but that should make a difference. Now let's try it out with a couple of pens. First, let me try with the pencil. Not legible enough, but yes, there is a little bit of roughness to this paper. As you can see, there's a pattern from the handmade grid that they are using. That kind of messes with the flow of the pencil. But with, let's say, with a ball pen, it looks great. This is standing out. I like this. Now let's try it with the fountain pen. This is where I am a little worried that this might not be a great paper for fountain pens. This is carrying the Pilot cartridge black ink, which is notorious for spreading out. This looks fine. It is feathering a little bit over here. If I hold it a little bit longer on the paper, it does tend to look like it's just feathering out. Yeah, it does absorb the ink. Let's try it one more time. it works, it's manageable, it doesn't spread, it does not feather much, but yeah, if you are a little slower, it does do it in one or two places. It depends on the nature of the paper in that section rather than the consistency of or the time with which you hold it. As you can see here, the tie eye went a little bit thicker. You can see that wherever you are stressing, it also has a slight feathering. It's not going through the paper, which is good. Let's try it with a slightly bigger nib. That's an extra fine. So extra fine usually tend to work well with papers. We are going to try one with twisty medium nib. Let's try it with twisty. It feels okay. There's a little bit of roughness to the paper, which gives you a bit of feedback, but it still seems to work just fine with the fountain pen ink. It is not spreading out much. Actually, it's not spreading for this ink. For the pilot ink, it was, but this seems to be just working fine. This is the Pelican turquoise. This is good. This is fine. Cool. So looks like it may not be fountain pen friendly, but it's not much trouble. It seems to just work fine. I'll be pretty okay with making a few quick notes. The feedback is not great because of the roughness. It just, you can feel that the paper is creating a lot of friction for your fountain pen. So, but at least it's not spreading out ink, which is great. So let's stop that. Now let's switch back to the notebook and just try it with the. They have included a description of how they are making it. They have some special versions as well. They have this isometric, which I have not seen in many places, and a tiled version, which I have not seen at all, except from Paperdom. I'd be interested in trying these out, but I don't know what to use them for specifically. I usually buy dot, and those work great. So let's give it a test here in this paper. Let's take this page. Now unlike the card, this is working just fine. Now let's switch to a ball pen. The pencil already seems to just work fine. On the ball pen, it's very nice to write. Let's see if it is coming through. No, it's not. So let's continue writing. This looks great. I'm going to now switch to the Pilot fountain pen with the Pilot black ink. Surprisingly, this is working just fine. The paper is good. Yes, there is a little bit of feedback from a little bit of roughness, but as long as the paper is able to handle the ink, I'll be happy, and it looks like it is. Yeah, of course, it is slightly visible through the page, but it's pretty comparable to most fountain pen friendly paper that I've used. There is a little bit of spread. Now let's see one with a broader nib. This was the extra fine. Now let's try with the medium. Twist B Eco. Nib. This works fine too. There's not much of a spread. It's great. I am pleasantly surprised that this works well. If you look at the paper texture, I thought this handmade paper might not play well with fountain pen, but this does seem to just work fine. The index cards are not great. Those are better used with a ball pen, but this Paperdom notebook works just pretty fine with the fountain pen. Let's give it one more quick test to see how it handles a gel pen. Now, this is a pen from Crush Metric. This is one of my favorites. It has a standard gel refill, but the cool thing about this pen is how it changes with the click of this pen. Now, coming back to this paper, looks like I'll be using this book with the fountain pen. It's good for daily use. There's not much trouble with the ink. There's no spread. The paper also seems to be able to handle it. There's no seep through the paper. So this turned out to be great. Nice. I'm pleasantly surprised. Thanks, Paperdom. Bye.